Take a flagship phone out of your pocket today, and you already have incredible digital stabilization built right into the camera. Because native phone lenses are so good at smoothing out basic footsteps, buying an external gimbal purely to eliminate a minor walking shake is largely an outdated investment. This split-screen comparison table shows the two different approaches to getting smooth footage. Internal stabilization operates under strict physical limits. It can only crop the image and smooth motion within the fixed boundaries of what the glass can actually see. External articulation and AI mechanically move the lens through space, using software to actively track a subject and keep them centered. Gimbals have become specialized tools for mechanical framing and automated tracking, which requires giving up the pocketability of a bare phone. The DJI Osmo represents the move toward automated cinematography. It functions as an AI-powered robotic camera person that prioritizes automated framing over simple hardware stabilization. But that capability introduces immediate physical friction. Carry the extra hardware, balance the motors, and attach a magnetic clamp before you can press record. Then comes the software friction. Using the actual tracking and AI features requires DJI's proprietary camera app. Running that software, keeping a continuous Bluetooth connection, and letting the gimbal process the tracking algorithms drains your phone's battery faster than the native camera app. The decision comes down to a direct calculation. Does the final cinematic output justify dealing with these physical and software hurdles? If your shooting style demands dynamic articulation, the answer leans to yes. If you only need steady point-and-shoot footage, the extra steps often outweigh the benefit. Looking at this decision tree flowchart, we start with our first specific user profile, the solo content creator, who lands on the I shoot alone branch. The main challenge here is clear. You need dynamic movement in your shot to keep the audience engaged, but you do not have a camera operator standing behind the lens. DJI addresses this gap using ActiveTrack 7.0 and Apple Watch integration, allowing you to remotely control the camera framing from your wrist. The outcome is highly practical. The gimbal handles the mechanics, smoothly panning and tilting to keep you center frame as you walk through a space or present to the camera. The trade-off is total reliance on that ecosystem. If the app crashes or the watch connection drops, your shoot comes to an immediate halt. For solo operators, absorbing that app friction is a worthwhile tax to gain hands-free, reliable subject tracking. Following the decision tree to a different need, we route to the I want cinematic angles branch for the indie filmmaker or dynamic optimizer. These users know digital stabilization is highly capable, but they require physical camera moves, sweeping arcs and low-to-the-ground pushes that software simply cannot fake. The hardware provides an ergonomic low-angle grip for ground-level tracking shots. A built-in extension rod adds mechanical advantage, letting you execute simulated drone reveals or push through tight spaces. Finally, the continuous pan motor provides infinite 360-degree rotation, a mechanical movement human wrists cannot accomplish. These features are tools, not shortcuts. Executing them requires learning manual joystick feathering and the bent-knee ninja walk to keep vertical motion smooth. For this group, the gimbal acts as a pocketable crane and slider substitute. The cinematic capability justifies the extra footprint in their gear bag. Finally, the flowchart routes to the beginner or memory capturer, landing on the I hate editing, I want it easy branch. The marketing here is appealing. It promises you can capture like a pro from day one, bypassing the steep learning curve of technical filmmaking. The software attempts to deliver on this promise by feeding you framing prompts through shot guides and stitching the clips together via one-tap editing. It works exactly as advertised. You end up with immediate, social media-ready montages without needing to open a professional editing timeline. But by letting an algorithm make your creative choices, your output becomes formulaic. The edits match the exact pacing and transitions of every other user relying on the same templates. While these automated tools guarantee a professional baseline, your creative range is restricted to the specific templates available to every other user. This quadrant chart maps your specific need for manual control against the reality of your shooting environment. In the bottom left, we have the skip it profile, casual snappers or desk vloggers with low control needs and static environments. If you shoot from a fixed position, fighting with magnetic clamps and proprietary apps, offers a negligible upgrade over a naked phone leaning against a coffee cup. Moving to the top left, the perfect fit profile catches solo creators and action vloggers operating in dynamic environments. ActiveTrack makes the system a useful tool here, serving as a dedicated camera operator when you don't have a crew to follow you. In the top right sits the Optimizer, indie filmmakers pushing for maximum control in complex, dynamic shots. The true value of this hardware scales in line with how dynamically you need to move the camera, or how dynamically you need to move yourself. There is one core limitation to every piece of filmmaking gear on the market. It cannot manufacture artistic vision. The gimbal removes the physical limitations of the arm, ensuring the lens glides cleanly through space, but it still requires strict directorial intent to frame a compelling image. Hardware only buys capability. The creativity required to make that capability matter remains solely your responsibility.